ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಜನರಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ 4 ಹಾಂ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಐತಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟಾಗಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ some of the important concepts which you might encounter either in your daily life or in the question paper, both we have discussed. Okay, ಆಮೇಲೆ ethics as a subject ಯಾಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಐತಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ರಿಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಐತಿ, either he is a common man or he is in the service, okay, or a citizen of India, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. ಆವಾಗ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಇದೇನು ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಪೇಪರ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೆವೆಂಟ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಈಗ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅದರ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಓದಬೇಕು, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ GS4 ಪೇಪರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ಟುಡೇ. ಇಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಪಿಕಪ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಬುಕ್ಕು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್, ಎನಿ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್, you will stick to the syllabus, okay, because there are n number of books written on, see, Plato has said so many things about ethics, okay, so he has written one book on just integrity anta ankolom. So we don't want to read an entire book to understand integrity, okay, so we need basic definition. See, there is no end to consuming knowledge or gathering knowledge, but what we do with it will become more important. Okay, gathering knowledge is your maybe asset, okay, but whether you use it or not will become your liability. Okay, yes, you have knowledge, right? So you are creating assets, okay, in your head, but whether you will use it or you will not put into use will make it liability. Howda? So if you put it to good use, you will create more assets. If you don't follow them, if you just keep the knowledge, it will get rotten in your head and you will create more liabilities for yourself. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಟುಡೇ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ 4 ಆಫ್ 2020 ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇನ್ January. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ we will see what are the instructions. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಿದೆ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಈ ಪೇಪರ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 12 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು 2 sections and printed in Hindi and in English. Okay, all questions are compulsory, so illa choice ಐತಿ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, in general studies papers also you won't find any choices, but in optional paper there is a choice. Okay, that is why sometimes ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ನೋ, ಆಲ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ attempt each and every question. Okay, the number of marks carried by each question is indicated administratively. Okay, answers must be written in medium authorized. Okay, means you in the before you attempt the mains only, they'll ask you in which medium you want to write the mains. Okay, you can write in Kannada or you can write in English. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಯು ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ಸ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಾಲ್ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದ ಮೊದಲು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ತುಂಬೋದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, and no marks will be given for answers written in medium other than authorized. Okay, keep the word limit indicated in the against the question in the mind. Okay, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ most of the first part A questions ಏನಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ, they are generally of 150 words. Okay, 150 words ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, hardly 1 page or 1.5 page if you are writing it with lot of space. Okay, that's all. And any page or portion of the page left blank in the question come answer booklet must be struck off. You have to remember this instruction very carefully, because it is somewhere UPSC takes it as an indication. I will leave 25th page blank, you identify my paper, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, so you can't so UPSC will take care that you don't do any mistakes like that or adventures like that. Understood? ಈಗ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು, ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂತ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. Read the first question.
Discuss the role of ethics and values in enhancing the following three major components of comprehensive national power: human capital, soft power,
Yes.
culture and policies,
Yes.
and social harmony.
So discuss the role of ethics, values in enhancing the following three major components of comprehensive national power. Okay. So what is this comprehensive national power? First ಅಂದ್ರೆ comprehensive national power ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Comprehensive ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ first? It is overall, not leaving any aspect out of it. That is comprehensive. All dimensions are covered. Okay, that is comprehensive. All dimensions are covered. Comprehensive ಅಂದ್ರೆ all dimensions covered. What is national? Means if you take a state, okay, feeling of oneness among the people is called national. Okay, it is nation, and anything which is associated with that nation is called national. What is power? What is power? Or you can say what is power means some advantage which you have or energy which will be put into use. Okay, that is power which you can use and achieve your ends. Whatever you want, whatever is your objective, ಅದನ್ನ achieve ಮಾಡೋಕೆ power ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So when they say comprehensive national power, human capital and soft power, culture and policies, as well as social harmony. See, what is the first component telling us? It is demography. Demography is main component of a nation, right? So when human capital is good, when do we call something as capital?
Huge.
Huh?
Huge ಇದ್ದಾಗ.
In capital huge ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ capital ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the Vatican city's population is it is not human capital.
ಸರ್ ಅದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪವರ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು.
ಇಲ್ಲ I am telling what is capital economic terms ಅಲ್ಲಿ. What is capital? Which gets profit or which can be invested. Okay, upon. So when we call human capital ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನೇನು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ? Yes. First child care. Okay. Then pre-primary education, primary education, secondary education. Okay. Then nutrition component of the child growth. Okay. Disease, morbidity, mortality rates of humans. Okay. Life expectancy. Okay. Education attainment ಆಯ್ತು, life expectancy ಆಯ್ತು, health, morbidity ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತು? ಅಂದ್ರೆ disease proneness ಗೆ morbidity ಅಂತ. Morbidity ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು?
ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಒಬ್ಬ average ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಅದಾನಪ್ಪ. What is the chance that he will get a disease? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ morbidity ಅಂತ. Morbidity rate ಈಗ ಒಂದು 100 ಜನ ಅದ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ disease prone ಇರಬಹುದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ? Say some 40% ಅನ್ನೋದು. We underdeveloped countries ಅಲ್ಲಿ more than 70 to 80% are morbidity. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Some of the other diseases there. Okay. Mortality ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Death. Okay. Morbidity ಅಂದ್ರೆ disease proneness. ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇಫ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟು ದ ನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್. Okay, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? Understood? They becoming capital means they participate in economic activity or not? Yes. Once they participate in the economic activity, will they not add to the gross domestic product?
Yes.
So automatically GDP is increasing or not? Yes, if one is educated and if he is healthy, don't you think the next generation which is coming out of this generation will also be educated and healthy? So the continuity of the generation will also keep becoming human capital to the nation. So though there was lot of apprehension ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಒಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂತ ಭಾಳ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ 1990s ವರೆಗೂ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಸೆಟಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಅನ್ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್, ಆಲ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ವಾಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. So much population, so much cheap labor. So that led to the lot of economic growth. Then we understood, oh, population is not always a burden. If it is given right amount of education and health, then it can become capital for the nation's growth, right? It can become capital for the
Nation.
nation's growth. That is the main thing, first component of comprehensive national power. ಹೌದಾ? ಆಯ್ತು. Then soft power ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. You know what is hard power and soft power? ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ? ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಪವರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. China is good in hard power. Tell me what it is.
Communism.
It is communist country.
So
It is not social and not democratic, which means people are not given chance to discuss their views.
yes, that is their political system. What is hard power in that?
Hard power is that culture is not displayed.
No, culture is displayed. Buddhism. Buddhism is there, not the entire world. Shinto is Japan. But here, hard power, soft power concept help. How is the international posture of that country? Okay, India Modi ji, yes, ante hoಗ್ತಾರೆ. But China, USA, Russia ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, what is the international posture? ಅಂದ್ರೆ whether you are portraying money and muscle power. Money and muscle power ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Money ಅಂದ್ರೆ your economy is very strong. When your economy is strong, no one can shake you. First of all. Second one, are you militarily strong? Yes, both are there. Economic as well as military power is there, and that is what is your posture in the international level also. Don't you think China keeps displaying it?
Yes.
My country, my economy is very strong, and I can do whatever I want. Okay, going to any country, building a port, okay, conducting naval exercises, building artificial islands, saying, hey, this 9 line is there, everyone should be behind this is China's. That is a international hard power. Okay, even US does it, even Russia does it. Okay, but India is not like that. India is a soft power. Why they call India a soft power? Yes, we know we have economic and military power, but our international posture is not that. Okay, we are like, no, let's be friends. Everyone should be happy. Let's grow together. Okay, okay, you have a problem? Come, let's sit and talk and solve it. Okay, we don't send army to everything. Okay, that is the soft power. Okay, now when we call a soft power, that is in both cultural and as well as policies. See the policies of China and all. It is debt trap diplomacy ಅಂತಾರೆ. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಫಂಡ್ ಕೊಡೋದು. Okay, once they are not able to repay back, ಅವರ ಪಾಲಿಸಿನ in favor of China tilt ಮಾಡೋದು. Okay, this is what is hard power. And see, both are there now. If they don't listen, they will capture. Okay, they will take the military action. Okay, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Then when we take culture, even culturally, some of the countries are showing hard power. Okay, like for that also you can take China and Russia as, okay, both are communist. Okay, so they are like even in their cultures that is there. Okay, but hardness is visible. But in India, if you see culture as well as policies, both we are displaying soft power. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮನಿ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮನಿ? ಹೇಳಿ, ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮನಿ?
Maximum people in the society
Maximum people in the society
are
are
satisfied and
satisfied and happy.
happy.
Okay, there is cohesiveness ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ see, there are lot of in any society if you take, there is some kind of diversity, and if that diversity is creating lot of problems between those communities, and there is conflict, okay, and there is bloodshed or some communal violence, all these things, if they are absent in a society, even though there is diversity, then it is called social harmony. Okay, so if see the population itself is homogeneous ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾರ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು in one country. Okay, but still if within the one community, okay, if there is Catholics and ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, if there is fight between them, there is no peace between the communities, still it is called social disharmony. Okay, so social harmony ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Majorly it is taken in the sense of where there is a lot of diversity, as well as even though there is diversity, there is no major conflict between the community, because we are human beings, there will be minor conflicts. Okay, but majorly ಏನಂದ್ರೆ society peaceful ಆಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So that is called social harmony. Also social harmony also means that ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪೀಪಲ್ನ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇರೋದು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮನಿ. ನಾವು ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ದ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ ಡೆವಲಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ತ್ರೀ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಹೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪವರ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಈಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸಿ ಟು ಡೂ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಪ್ಪ, ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಡು ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ everybody in India are getting equal education or opportunity to education?
No.
So then there is no equality. Okay, that is equality is one of the values or not? Correct? Okay, now example. Access to health is needed. Government has made one scheme, cashless or card based health, tertiary health benefit anta. There is some major surgery happening to one person. If he wants to avail that surgery, he needs to just have a card, and only to the eligible candidate that card is given. Now a person making that card, what he will do, he will take some 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees, he will insert the name in a person who is not eligible for that scheme, and he will give a card to him. Okay, so now tell me where there is ethics in human capital. Andre ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅದು the person who has to get the benefit is not getting, person who is not entitled to those benefits are taking benefits using unethical means. Okay, it applies to education also, because see, there is reservation in RT. Okay, all schools ಅಲ್ಲಿ minimum 15% seats should be reserved for other communities. Okay, SC, ST and OBC. Okay, and fees ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Yet how many private schools do you think are reserving those 15% seats? Or yeah, application ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು those applications are rejected, and among those 15% so many management seats are fulfilled. Right, ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಾ? So that is where the ethics and values are compromised. That is why we do not have stronger human capital. Understood? If so many people are suffering due to diseases, if so many people are not having education and not having the required skills to gain employment, and they are not able to earn, okay, for their families, not able to cater to the growth of the nation, this is all because there is compromise of ethics and values. Okay, now let's take soft power ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Okay, soft power development ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? You know, when you have, see, you are powerful, okay, when you know you have the ability to destroy someone. Okay, you have the ability to destroy someone, still you choose not to. That is soft power. Okay, soft power is not weakness, it is strength. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈಗ ಸಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಹೊಗಳೋನ ಕಚ್ಚಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸಿ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ನಾನು ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಕೊರಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಿಸೈಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಮೀ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಕೊರಿಯಾ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ when you are soft power, you want to develop soft power, you need to have ethics and values, in the sense though you are powerful, there is no need to show it. Okay, if you are powerful, people will know. And one more thing, you must use that power for betterment of others, for good of others, then only you can become soft power. That is what India is doing. India is having lot of economic prowess. Okay, military prowess is there. What are the policies? India's neighborhood first. Okay, no first use of nuclear weapons. Okay, minimum credible deterrence. All these things are what? Yes, we have power, but we are also having restraint over that power. We are not, our international posture is not flexing muscles. Okay, but yaar bolte bar ee reeti kelala, because we know that is not power. Okay, soft power aagbeku you need to have ethics and values. ಯಾವ kind of values pa? ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಕ್ವಿಟೇಬಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್, ಗ್ರೋತ್, ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೇಬರ್ಹುಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಿ ನೆಟ್ಟಿಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಮೊದಲು. ಓಕೆ ಈ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಭಾರತ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಕಸಬರಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗುಡಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಹೊಲಸಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಬರ್ ನೋಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರ ಆ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೂ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು? ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸಿ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ರಿಯಲಿಸಮ್. ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್. ರಿಯಲಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಐಡಿಯಲಿಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ ಚೈನಾ ನಮಗೆ ಒಟ್ಟು ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯು ಎಸ್ ಎದವರು ರಷ್ಯಾದವರು ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಿರ್ತಾರೋ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್. ನೋ, ಇನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ there are no permanent friends and there are no permanent enemies. It is just permanent interests. ಏನು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ರಕ್ತದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ನನ್ನ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟುಡೇ ಇಫ್ ಚೈನಾ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಿ ಇಫ್ ಚೈನಾ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೈನಾ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ kick USA away. That is how it is international relation. There are no permanent enemies and there are no permanent friends. There are only permanent interests ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So that is why when we talk about soft power, all these things are there, and there also ethics and values play a value. When a powerful country, okay, see, didn't you know that World War II ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ did Germany had already surrendered?
Yes.
Japan was going to surrender. Yet why was there a need to drop 2 nuclear bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Is that ethics? Is that war ethics? One country just to show its hegemony and to show that no one should come near me. Okay? It amounted into so much destruction of life. Even now the people are suffering with deformities. You know it, right? So that is not soft power. Okay, that is hard power, and when you want to become hard power, you have to compromise on. But when you want to become soft power, you have to adhere to.
Ethics and values.
Yes. ಈಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತದೆ? ಸಿ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನೇಪಾಲ್, ಭೂಟಾನ್, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. All these countries were there. Till now, India helped them just because now China is able to give more economic benefit or more economic support to these countries. They are standing up against India itself. Okay, Pakistan from the start. Now Nepal has come up with Rishikesh and that Kalab. Some 3 places are there. Okay, they are telling that it is actually part of Uttarakhand. Now they are telling no, they are part of Nepal. And they have made a new map and they have made a constitutional amendment also. And Bhutan, there was a boundary dispute between China and Bhutan. India wanted to mediate it, and Bhutan said no need, we will solve it ourselves. Okay, Sri Lanka, okay, we had to build a port there, Hambantota, for India and Japan had to do it. Yet, because of low cost construction offered by China, the port was given to them for 99 years as lease. See, all these things, what they are showing, compromise of ethics. Okay, because see, you should not forget where are your roots. Fine. ಈಗ ಭೂಕಂಪ ಆತಪ್ಪ, ಆ ಹಿಮಾಲಯದಿಂದ ಚೈನಾದವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದು ಬರ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೈತಿ. ವೇರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಸಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಸಫರ್, ಬಟ್ ದ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಟನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಆ ರೀತಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಇವನ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ values. Okay, social harmony ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ ಪಾ, ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ನಾ 80% ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ದ 80% ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅವ್ನು ಬರೀ 65% ಐತಿ. ಆದರೂ ಅವ್ನು ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ನಂಗೆ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡೀನಿ? ಅವಾಗ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಿನ್ನಷ್ಟ ನಿನ್ನ ಸಾಲಾಗ ನಿನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಾಜು, ನಿನ್ನ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ ಬಾಜುನ ಕೂತು ಕಲ್ತಾವ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ಡ್ 90%. Why you did not score 90%? You had all the access to education, no? From the beginning, you have studied in good school. Why you did not score 90%? Those people who got reservation, they studied somewhere in the local schools. Okay, they did not get the right opportunities like many of us did. Now we can't claim reservation for our inabilities. Okay, so that is where the concept of equality and equity come into picture. Okay, what is equity? Giving same things to everyone. Okay, but if you give same things to everyone, everyone will not be able to use it in a similar manner, because one person is well educated, one person is partially educated, one person is illiterate. If you give them, okay, something which they can use, same thing to everyone, then they will not be able to come out with the same amount of product, okay, or whichever task you give, they will not produce similar results, because the person who is illiterate, he needs lot more support than the person who is literate, correct? So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ social harmony ಗುನು social harmony ಆಗಲಿ human capital ಆಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ? ethics ಮತ್ತು values ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Understood? ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆದರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ನೋ ನೋ, ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ಸಿ ದ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್? ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಏನಿದೆ? ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್, ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಥಿಕ್ಸ್ and relevance of ethics. See, it is relevant to everything we have studied till now, right? What is human capital? We have studied in economics. Soft power we have studied in international relations. Social harmony we have studied in society. That is what is ethics. Ethics is application. Just apply ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. See, just ನೀವು social harmony, there is no out of the word ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. Social harmony, you know, less conflicts, okay, more cohesiveness in the society. That will happen only when we respect our differentiations, okay, we differences, and we will find common points to stay happy. There are no place where there are no differences. Yes, even these are my two hands, yet there is so much difference between these two hands or not. When I am only having so many differences within me, don't you think there will be differentiation in the society? Now, have you accepted both of your hands or not? Or you are using a left hand better than it performs the most important thing, task. ಅದು ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? See, this both hands are required. That is what is social harmony. Everybody is required. Okay, everybody should be there. Only then it is called society. Harmony is there when we respect differences and we find common points to stay in peace and harmony. ತಿಳಿತಾ? ಇದು social harmony. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ethics and values first topic. See the question. First topic ಮೇಲೆ it is like syllabus ಪ್ರಕಾರನೇ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. If you just see, I'll show you the second question now. Okay, see the second question. Read what is second question. ಓದ್ರಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ.
Education.
See, one more thing. Every part, every question, see that 1A and 1B ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. So there are 12 questions. Okay, 12 questions ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? 6 questions. Sub questions 2 or 3 ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. Understood? So 2 ಇದ್ದಾಗ marks is 10. So one question carries 20 marks. Okay, some question maybe 6th or 7th question will have 3 sub questions. That time will have 30 marks. Okay, you have to attempt each and the 1A, B is the choice ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. It is having only 10 marks. Both you have to attempt. See the second question now. Okay. ಏನಿದೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಓದ್ರಿ.
Education is not an injection.
It
is an effective and pervasive tool for all-round development of an individual and social transformation. Examining the new education policy 2020 NEEP to 2020 in light of above statement.
ಹೌದಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಟು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ರೆಡಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ skills. Okay, even when you are newer skills like coding, all that is being taken into consideration. Education is not an injection. Andre ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? What does injection do?
Fear among students, fear among smaller students to
No, no. So injection choosy ಮಾಡೋದು ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಸರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ. No, that is not it. Injection ಅಂದ್ರೆ no something which is given after you have encountered some disease. Generally, correct? Some kind of injection ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ it is very quickly, very effective. If you see that something when it is given Allah, it becomes instantly available, instantly effective. But education is not like that. It is a slow process. It is effective and persuasive tool for all round development of an individual. ಅಂದ್ರೆ see ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, you all know the story of ಏಕಲವ್ಯ. ಏಕಲವ್ಯ what does he do? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ ಏಕಲವ್ಯ? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ?
ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು
Tell anything, fine. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಏಕಲವ್ಯ? ಅವರ ಗುರು ಯಾರಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು?
ದ್ರೋಣಾಚಾರ್ಯ.
ದ್ರೋಣಾಚಾರ್ಯ. ದ್ರೋಣಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಏಕಲವ್ಯಗ?
Sir,
Dronacharya is his idol and
Ah.
learns everything from
ಹೌದಾ?
him as an idol.
ಹೌದಾ? So he feels, see, you may not accept me as your Shishya, but I have accepted you as my Guru. Okay? So once that has happened, that led to for him to even compete with Arjuna, who was considered the best archer of the entire universe. ಹೌದಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? So he Ekalavya is equivalent to Arjuna. Just to see the magic of effective and persuasive tool. What is that? Education. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. See, it will not just if you enter the school and come back, you will not become ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಬಾಬಾ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್. Okay, he took 40 years to come to light. Okay, he studied so much, then he applied that also. That is why even today we remember him and we call him the father of the constitution. Correct? ಹೌದಾ? ಅವರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್. Majority of things are done by him only, right? So now when we take education is not as injection ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದರದ್ದು. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ವೇಸಿವ್ ಟೂಲ್. ಪರ್ಸ್ವೇಸಿವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪರ್ವೇಸಿವ್ ಟೂಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪರ್ವೇಸಿವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಪರ್ವೇಸಿವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ.
ಸರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್
ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅದು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ಪರ್ವೇಸಿವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪರ್ವೇಸಿವ್ ಏನು ಇದೈತಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಐತಿ? ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ಲಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ?
That is present in all parts of something.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? Education is there everywhere. There is no part of your life where there is no education. Something which is present everywhere. It is not having, you don't have choice. ಈ ಸೆಟ್ರದ ನಾನು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ. Whether it is political, economic, okay, social, cultural, ethical, environmental, ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ sphere of your life you take care, you need education. That is why it is called what? See,
ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್
overall development another, all round development another. Because it is pervasive, because it is present everywhere in every dimension of your life, it will help you to become you becoming all round human being. ಹೌದಾ? That is the main thing here. Okay, so education is not an injection ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Now you have to link education, okay, with all round development of an individual. Okay, ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? See, education policy, there are so many components. Okay, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 3-4 more major components ನೀವು ಹುಡುಕಾಡಬೇಕು, which are linked to ethics, value based education ಆಗಲಿ, okay, skill based education ಆಗಲಿ, okay, all round development of becoming a good human being. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿರೋದು. All these things come in the part of values, one kind of values. Again, it is related to ethics and values. Here, focus is education and all round development of an individual. Even ethics and values will also lead to all round development. ಈಗ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾಲೆಜಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮಗೆ ವಿಸ್ಡಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿದ್ವೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ? ಹಾಂ, ನಾವು ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಲಿಟ್ರಸಿ, ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, literacy, education, knowledge, education and wisdom. Difference it. Literacy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? Is literacy and education and knowledge and wisdom all same? No. They are different fundamentally by words and meanings. Okay, then what is the main component differentiating them? What is literacy?
Literacy is someone like he can read and write.
Yes, that's all. If he can read and write any one or more languages fluently, he can speak and write meaningful sentences with understanding. That is more important. With understanding, if he can write. Not ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, but ಕೇಳಿನೂ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Okay, then he is called literate. Then what is education?
He is learned and he can apply.
Yes, to some extent right, but ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಆರ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? You can be literate and knowledge but not educated. Tell me how it is. You can be literate and knowledgeable but not educated. How can it be possible?
So education is qualification.
It is formal process. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡೆ, 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ವರೆಗೂ ಓದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ PU ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮುಗಿಸಿದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ PU ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆದೆ, ಐ ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಗ್ರಾಜ್ಯುಯೇಷನ್, ಅಂಡರ್ ಗ್ರಾಜ್ಯುಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಗ್ರಾಜ್ಯುಯೇಷನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚುಲರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಬಂತು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ನೌ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ, ವಿತೌಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ನಾಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾದರ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್? Yes, that is the meaning of knowledge. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? It is gathering of information. Okay, and then able to process it and draw some conclusions. Okay, draw some inferences. When you knowledge ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಅದೇ, you are able to scientifically store it. Okay, and whenever some question is thrown at you, you are able to logically arrive at an answer with the existing information in your head. That is knowledge, isn't it? Literate, ಓದೋದು ಬರೆಯೋದು, any language with understanding, done. Okay, now if if a person can be literate, educated, okay, but not knowledgeable also, right? But knowledgeable also, all three can be there. Now tell me, what is wisdom? Wisdom, yeah, wisdom is one of the value, definitely right.
Wisdom is something he is willing to do, which he doesn't have. If he doesn't have wisdom, then even though if he has all those things, it's of no use.
What do you do with wisdom?
Means
Putting our knowledge to good use.
Good use. Okay. Now, wisdom is when knowledge mixes with experience. Okay, and it will give you wisdom. Okay, something you know, you want to say it. What you have to say is coming from knowledge. Okay, what you will say will come from knowledge. When you will say it will come from wisdom. Okay, now teacher comes into class. Okay, and he asks question. Okay, he says, Varun, or one name you will take and he will say, you answer the question. Okay, then suddenly she gets up, she has the knowledge and information, she answers. So what do you see here? What is lacking? Means the same example, crude way. a thief or one innocent person is running towards you, okay, and you are walking on the street and you see him, he goes and hides somewhere, and you see 4 or 5 gundas with long and much, okay, they want to
Killing.
cut him, okay. Now you have the knowledge where that person is hiding, okay. Now first 4 gundas will come and they will ask you, hey, did you see one white color shirt person running here? Now you have the information, you have the knowledge, but you should have wisdom to save one person's life. Just because you have knowledge, if you just give it out, you may become reason for ending of your life, okay. Now a police jeep comes behind them, okay, someone has informed earlier who has seen these people chasing him, someone has informed, okay, they have called 100 and police jeep comes, okay. Now they will call, hey, have you seen one person white color shirt, he is running and 4 gundas are chasing him, have you seen them, where they have gone? Now you have the knowledge, now you have to say it or not. Yes, that is wisdom. See, having knowledge is not just enough, you should have wisdom in order to effectively use it. You should know when to talk and when not to talk, when to give out information, when not to give out information, okay. How much of the information to be given to whom, okay. Nuclear codes huh? See, this is very crude example. You have gone to a party and you are intoxicated, huh? And you are one person, he is sitting beside you and he is talking about something randomly and he asks you about, hey, what do you think about nuclear arsenal and all, okay. You have the knowledge, you are intoxicated, okay. Now what you will do, you should know how much to discuss over it, okay. Yes, how the nuclear weaponing irtada, it is very destructive. Many countries should not have it actually. So many countries, US and Russia are having a lot of stockpiles, around 5,000 each. India is having only 130 or now recently it has increased to 150 nuclear missiles, okay. All these things, information you have, okay. Along with that, you know how to activate nuclear bombs. See, here are the codes, I know it. See, in the flow, if you go like this, then it is not wisdom. Knowledge, having knowledge is a gift as well as a curse, because see, if you don't have the wisdom to use it and don't know when to use it, that time it becomes a liability on so many people. That is why here in the example what we are saying, education and overall development. See, I wanted to tell what is education now, I mean what is literacy, what is knowledge, what is wisdom. All these things are separate, okay, they have specific meaning. If you know it, whenever some literacy versus education barantala avaga, or literacy versus knowledge, or knowledge versus wisdom, you will be able to compare it effectively. You can give good examples. Understood? Have I convinced you? Do you know the differentiation right?